Good afternoon. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching us every day, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And I know I love being with you every single day. You are really just make my day, so I do appreciate you watching. I wanted to talk to you today about core values. And we're going to have a short video, and this will talk about family core values. And then I want to dig in because family and business sometimes are together, okay? So let's go on ahead and look at the quick video, and then we're going to talk about corporate core values.
Do you have personal core values, or does your family have a set of core values that you use as guiding principles? My personal core values are love, adventure, creativity, enlightenment, and leadership. And I use these as filters when I'm making decisions or deciding how I want to live my life. Creating your core values can be a really interesting process and a fun thing to go through with your family if you're doing it as a group. If you're doing a group exercise as a family, I would say, what are the things that really resonate with each of you about different members of your family? I love the way that my youngest son, Quinn, has this unquenchable thirst for adventure, and that's definitely one of our family's core values. Also, creativity. Gavin is this incredible light, and he's just constantly looking to create things. So we actually pulled our core values from what we were already living as a family. A really fun exercise when it's done to make sure that the core values aren't something that you just do once and put away, and that you're actually living these every single day, is create a core values family placemat that sits on your dinner table every night. Make it graphical and really engaging, tell stories about each of the core values, give examples, and make it a visual representation that bring those core values to life. Now, it's not just enough to create these core values. When you've got them in front of you, it's essential that you live these core values and feel comfortable as a family to praise each other when somebody does something that aligns with a core value, or if somebody's acting in a way that does not, then make sure that you point out, hey, that's not perpetual karma if we're acting that way. So take the time over the next week or month to create your personal core values. And when you have those completed, if you have a partner or a family, share your personal core values, ask what their core values are, and create a set that you can cohesively live as a group with. We've created a worksheet to help you come up with your personal and your family core values. And there's a couple great books if you want to dig deeper. Altruism and the 5 Love Languages, I would say, are a couple exceptional books that'll help you. We've listed several other books if you want to dig deeper. And I look forward to helping all of you continue to be the happiest and most productive version of yourself.
So I wanted to include that because family values and business values should be the same thing, right? You know, a lot of folks say, well, you know, that's business. Business is business. I can be one way at work. I can be another way at home. It really doesn't matter. But it really does matter. Everyone needs their own set of core values. A lot of us, what I would call the 10 Commandments, would be a core value. Okay, because it tells you how to live your life and things you should do and things you shouldn't do, right? So let's just talk about core values, because since COVID, there's been a different outlook on what an employee should be, how running a business should be in most cases. Now, I believe in the old-fashioned way, let's keep it like it was, don't change a thing. But people are reacting a different way, and how do you approach that? What are core values, right? Okay, so let's talk about that. What core values are. Found this article on coolleaf.com, COOLLEAF.com. So as if putting a business together or an organization together wasn't hard enough, dealing with employees can be a little different. So the best-selling author and speaker Gino Wickham defines core values as a small set of essential, now essential is a word, okay, enduring principles that define your culture. Now that's whether your culture is at work or it's at home. This translates into guiding principles that define your culture, demonstrate what sets you apart as a company, as a home, and sets how everyone in your organization is to operate in order to succeed. Everybody's got to be on the same sheet of music, right? If you have an orchestra and you have different people in the orchestra, they're on different sheets of music, it's going to be a calamity. So everybody's going to be on the same sheet. If during an interview process you're looking for new team members or new employees for your business, I would have those core values out there. Hand the sheet over to the employee. If you see them make a face at any of those core values, don't hire them. They're not going to be the perfect person for your organization. All right, here's a list of examples of core values: accountability, boldness, collaboration, competence, continuous improvement. You're always looking for better ways, right? Curiosity, customer commitment. That is huge. Do you know if that can make or break a company, even in today's time? Diversity, honesty, humility, inclusion, innovation, integrity is huge. Passion, persistence, self-improvement, sustainability, teamwork, got to get along with everybody, transparency, trust, and work-life balance. Now think about this for your home. Also think about this for your business. So bring your core values to life by putting a spotlight on your employees for their incredible work. So let's talk about the importance of core values. Why are core values so important right now? Corporate culture is hard to manufacture. It's formed over time through company traditions, events, and daily interactions between people on your team. Now, those well-worn paths eventually create what becomes company culture, and they play a part in motivating people to do their work. This builds a positive, engaging employee experience for everyone on your team. Traditionally, your company culture might revolve around in-person engagement activities. Could be some happy hours, could be office lunches, coffee chats, those little improv coffee chats. But in a virtual workplace, it's harder for those well-worn paths to form. First of all, you send the commercials on television where people are in a Zoom meeting with their company folks and somebody spills coffee or something like that and they stand up. You think they have a suit on. You think they have a suit and tie on. Then they stand up, they got shorts on. That's reality now, okay? Because a lot of folks are working from their home right now. So what you see may not be what you get. Now the fun activities, those interactions, and the idle non-work related chatter that serve to boost morale and keep people moving together are often absent on a remote team. Although it's possible with the right strategy, you can still keep the buzzword going on there. That's why core values bring clearly a value statement, and they're even more critical for virtual teams. Now, company core values light the way for your team. They tell employees, prospects, and customers who you are as a company. And if your team doesn't know who you are or what you're about, they're not going to be able to effectively represent your brand. So let's dig a little bit more. So employees want to see their values reflected in their work. Let's talk about that. So without in-person interactions, a lot of folks working from home right now, employees can lose their sense of belonging. Strong core values give employees a shared sense of commitment, allowing them to rally behind a united cause. This is where integrity, compassion, teamwork, and drive come into play. So it's important to remember that core values, core company values, are about collective behaviors as well as individual behaviors. Now, in a virtual environment, what we seem to be into now, shared core values are a powerful reminder that no one person can achieve everything on their own. In this way, a set of values fosters connection and trust between employees. So let's talk about some of those. Let's talk about focus. Okay, so some people can work from their homes, some can't. I can because I'm one of those. It has to be an individual who can do multiple things at the same time. Okay, so you decide, well, I'm going to go ahead and just wash some clothes while I'm at it. I'll put some clothes in the washer and then I'll put them in the dryer when I go on some kind of a break. And that's okay. I mean, you can do that on your home, okay? But now don't get lost in that, because you've got to remember you've got a company you're working for, okay? So I'm talking to employees right now. You have a company you are working for. It's really important that you put yourself into that company. They're paying you, right? So it's extremely important. So let's talk about focus. By nature, core values distill. You have to limit your values to a few keywords that define your culture and how your employees should operate to achieve your vision. Okay, it's your company, so it's your vision. You're forced to decide what matters most on that journey. So remove things that you don't require of everyone in your organization, including those involved in decision making. Okay, let's talk about unity for a minute. Okay, when everyone operates under the same set of standards towards a common goal, I'm using these key words, the same set of standards towards a common goal. They create a sense of unity for team members, stakeholders, and leadership. Now, your core values should weave seamlessly into your business strategy. Articulating your organization's set of values will unify your team by empowering everyone to hold themselves accountable to the values. Now, you need a tribe of customers and employees who are attracted to your organization because of your values. So how can that happen if your values aren't articulated? Okay, let's talk about consistency. Okay, employees, I like to say, are like raising kids. Okay, you have your kids in your household. You have your consistency, you have your values. If you say that if Junior doesn't do his homework, then he's not going to get dessert, you need to live up to that. Okay, that's extremely important. You've got to do what you say you're going to do. Same thing with employees, okay? You set a rule, it needs to be that way. So consistency values set the standard for what is acceptable in your organization. If that standard isn't documented, championed, and followed, you will not get consistent actions or results from your team. Without clear values, you will not get consistent actions. The way to behave is up to each person to decide, and at that point, inconsistency is unavoidable. Now, core values are standards, and standards create repeatable behaviors. Let's talk about scalability. Okay, businesses need repeatable, scalable processes to rise from one level of success to another. Core values help create a repeatable, scalable system. They allow people in your organization to make good decisions on their own by simply applying values to new challenges that come along. Your set of values will remove bottlenecks and empower individual growth across your organization. We'll talk about bottlenecks. Have you ever been in a town? I'm remembering Anniston, Alabama had several bottlenecks going down Quintard Avenue. What I mean by that is you would have, say, 6 lanes, and then you'll see a red light, and it's going to turn those 6 lanes into 4 lanes. People need to know where those bottlenecks are in order not to have a wreck on the road, right? If you're from the area, you're fine. If you're not from there, you may not be acquainted as to where those bottlenecks are, so your transition may not be a smooth one. Okay, if you train and if you teach where those bottlenecks are, you're going to have easy transitions. It's up to us as the owner of the business to make these not a challenge now, but make them approachable, okay, for your employees. So that's what clearly defines it. Let's talk about momentum. Oh, let's go to a commercial break first. We'll be right back in just a minute about momentum. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand-new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows, regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order now.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama.
You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, we're back. Let's talk about momentum. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge. Let's make this, it seems like a tribal thing happening right now because businesses are just a little bit different than they used to be. Well, they're a lot different than the way they used to be. A lot of it is done remote. What can be done remote is done remote. There are pluses and minuses to that. You know, some of the pluses, you get to be around your family a little bit more. Now, you got to get along with your family, okay? Make sure you can do that. Get to be around the kids more, help them with homework. In a lot of cases, the employer is going to let you kind of make your own hours. As long as you make it work, it can work around your schedule, which is pretty cool. That's a huge plus. Okay, so momentum. Clarity creates movement and energy. Now, when you get everyone in your organization thinking about the same goal, doing it the same way, momentum is inevitable. That's what clearly defined core values will deliver. Now, it does take work, and if you're willing to put in the work consistently, it will change your culture for the better. By embracing core values, your team can overcome difficult situations and achieve positive results even while working remotely. It can be done. But it's important to live your core values, not just talk about them. Okay, so you can't say you can do this or you can't do that, maybe while you're doing quite the opposite. Employees are just like your kids, okay? They're going to look at you and look at your resiliency. They're going to look at your momentum. So how can you reinforce your core values with a distributed team? I mean, they're all over the place, right? Every company is different, and the way you choose to promote and reinforce your values should reflect your own unique culture and brand, but there are a few proven ways to bring that core value to life. Number one, recognize employees for demonstrating core values. Yeah, recognition is just, it goes a long way. When you empower employees to reward and recognize others for living your company's core values, those values become more tangible. So recognition allows you to highlight your values in terms of real everyday behaviors, not aspirational concepts. It's got to be real life stuff. It's got to be like the real world stuff. Now, employee recognition is a powerful performance and management tool that empowers workplace leaders and peers to recognize one another for embodying your organization's values. For example, if tendency is one of your core values, you can highlight that value by recognizing an employee who goes above and beyond to make a difficult customer happy. This gives employees a positive example of what it looks like to demonstrate that core value during an ordinary work experience. And including a small reward with this recognition can reinforce the value even further. It doesn't have to be like I give you a car or something. It can be something very small. Maybe a gift card to go out to their favorite restaurant, something like that. It shows accountability on your end, because employees also want accountability on your end. Implement a recognition program so employees can easily recognize, spotlight, and reward examples to put your values into actions. The studies show that recognition is powerful, especially when it's tied to specific behaviors. And if they're not doing a good job, don't go tell them they are, okay? Because all you're going to do is encourage complacency with the rest of the employees, because you know what, that word gets around. It really does. There was a president of the United States one time who got the Nobel Peace Prize. Even he was shocked. I'll never forget that. Even he went, me? It's got to be something that's earned. Platforms make it easy to create a custom recognition platform based on your values. And you can look, there's lots of free ones out there. As a matter of fact, you can get one through coolleaf.com. I don't know if it costs anything or not, but it's coolleaf.com. Organizations like medical software organization NetHealth utilizes companies like this for showcasing company values with recognition. Now, When you recognize someone by giving them that attaboy, it helps them find grace in difficult situations. When you know people give you grace, you create space for collaboration. That's what Jesus does. He gives us grace. Number 2, frequently communicate your core values to current employees. In a physical office environment, core values usually appear on the walls around the office, but in a virtual environment, it's difficult and it's important to find other ways, to keep the values top of mind. Now, whether you post your values on your company intranet page or you share them on your weekly newsletter, keeping that core value front and center by bringing them into your day-to-day communication. You can also bring core values into your meetings. For example, in your next all-hands meeting, try inviting your leadership team to share business updates in terms of the values, or start the meeting by having team members shout out examples of recent actions that align with company core values. By being transparent about the way that your company lives up to your values, along with the ways they're working to improve, you will help build employees' trust and understanding. Number 3, bring core values into employee hiring, onboarding, and ongoing development and retention. It needs to start right at the hiring. It really needs to begin at the interview process. So hiring managers should always list company values on career pages and evaluate new job candidates based on their company values. The goal here is to attract company job seekers who share your values and deter those who don't. So let's say you're looking for a job at mypillow.com. Pretty evident you need to have the 10 Commandments value system in your head. If not, you're probably not going to fit into that organization. If I work for, say, I go to work and I want to be an accountant maybe at a bar, they're probably going to have different core values than, say, the MyPillow guy does. So it's important. And there are also ways you can find out as an employee, possible employee, go to websites. Most of the time, they're going to have that core value up there on their website. So it could be the company you're not looking for. Don't get in there and start a mess because it's different from your core value. You find a company that goes along with what your core values are. It's that simple. Lot less pain, okay, for everybody. After hiring a new employee, be sure to introduce the core values early and demonstrate their importance in the company's identity. You want to share videos, flyers, and resources to help them get to know your values. And remember, even if employees know what your core values are, they also need to understand what they mean. That's extremely important. Okay, the good news is there are lots of creative and fun ways to engage team members with your values. We're going to have another show on that coming up pretty soon. For example, you could choose one value to focus on each month and ask team members to submit examples of this value in action. Then share these stories at your next all-hands meeting or host a virtual trivia party. That could be fun. And include questions about your core values. Answering trivia questions can help employees expand and to deepen their knowledge without a whole lot of effort required. This is all important stuff, okay? Interesting information about that. Next show, we're going to have 30 amazing core values from top organizations, and we're going to have their examples on that as well. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna, and I always enjoy being with you every day, Monday through Friday. From 1 to 3 p.m. Central, we get to ride together at home, whether that or maybe we're having dinner together. Sometimes we have dinner together, don't we? But again, thank you so much for watching. You are super duper awesome.